You guys, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's another heat wave. I'm wearing all the loose fitting clothes here because I'm literally melting. But it's never as bad as, it's never so bad it isn't good for something. That's a saying we have back in northern Norway. Doesn't translate quite as well, but you get the gist. So it's hot, so let's do some more ice dyeing. I have made some skeins from some drops saffron. Saffron, by the way, means saffron in the Scandinavian languages. So I've prepared 4 skeins. This is a fingering weight cotton, and let's ice dye. Let's ice dye. Let's make use of this horrendous, pardon me for those who love it, but horrendous heat. Ice dyeing coming up. Well, first of all, soaking coming up. I think we got everything. I'm going to soak all 4 skeins at once because I am planning on ice dyeing 4 skeins at once this time. I have got my skeins, I've got my soda ash, this is a cotton, it's a natural fiber, and I've got 2 measuring cups here on the side with 2 liters each, so 4 liters total of lukewarm water. And you need 60 milliliters of soda ash per liter of water, which is just as much as this scoop holds. So I'm going to measure up 4 since we got 4 liters. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. And I'm adding in the water. Like I said, it's lukewarm, and it's just to help the soda ash dissolve. There will still be some clumps in here, but it's absolutely fine. They dissolve pretty quickly anyway. There we are. Pull this a little closer. And I've just got a bucket of water and a spoon here. I'm just going to stir this just a little bit, just to help the process of dissolving the soda ash. But like I said, it's okay if there's still clumps in there because it will dissolve anyway. Alright, so I'm grabbing my skeins, my hanks, by the zip ties, and we are placing it in the water, and I'm pushing it down to make sure everything gets soaked. Do not want any dry yarns. Dry yarn does not grab any dye, and we do want it to grab dye. I gotta say, this is the perfect project for a really hot summer day. It's not too much work to do this, because I don't know about you, but on a hot summer day, whew, I don't want to move. I really don't want to move. Okay, there we are. Yarn is being soaked, and I'm gonna let it sit for at least an hour, probably 2, and then we'll get on with the ice dyeing. Time to conduct our experiment. First, I'm going to transfer all my skeins. Oops. Just squeezing out a little bit of the excess water. Ooh, you tangled yourself. There you go. And let's put you like that. Second one. Like so. I'm thinking I'm going to have to put one on top of the other to fit all of them. Like so. There we go, something like that. It will be very interesting to see if the dye will be able to penetrate through all of the yarn. So I'm going to be quite heavy-handed with the dyes. Yeah, and we'll see what happens. But first I'm going to go grab the ice. There we go, yarn is covered in ice. And I'm going to use Dharma dyes in Chartreuse. I'm going to use a baby blue and Procion MX dyes from Colourcraft in Turquoise. That's the colors I'm feeling tonight. So let me start with the baby blue. Looks like that. And I'm grabbing a spoon here. And I'm just going to get a lot of dye in here. And we'll see if it'll be able to penetrate all the way through. Let's do some more. Why not? There we go. It's about a 1.5 teaspoon. And this Chartreuse. Oh, sorry. There we go. Quite a cool color. This will be very interesting to see what it looks like once the ice has melted. How much is that? It's about a 1.5 tablespoon as well, I think. And let's finish it off with some turquoise, which I have absolutely no idea what it will look like. I'm going to use it back end of the teaspoon here because it's a very small opening. So what do you think? Will we be able to penetrate all the way to the bottom? We shall see, we shall see. Okay, there we go. Well, nothing more to do now than to wait until the ice has melted and see what we got. Fingers crossed. Moment of truth. Let's see what we got. I'm either going to rinse the yarn now, or I'm going to continue the process and add on more ice and more dye, depending on how much white we got. So let's have a peek. I know already that underneath here there's some white. Let's just start lifting them up and we'll see what we got. This one actually looks lovely. A little bit of white there, which is absolutely fine. Let's see the one underneath it. A little bit of white, but I'm not mad about that. Okay, what do we have here? Let's see. There's one. Looks very nice. I do love how these colors came out. And here's the one that I know have some white. Okay. There's some white in here. Sorry, the dishwasher is going here as well. And we got some there, but you know what? I think I can live with that. I absolutely can live with that. So, rinsing it is. Let's rinse. I have added cold water to my rinsing tub here, and I've added a little bit of soak. You do not need to use soak. Use dish soap, whatever you got. I have it, I like it, I love it, I'm using it. So, let's grab the skeins and we'll transfer them to the rinsing tub. Oops. Like so. Apparently I had a lot of ice, I don't know if you can see that. The water is poking through. Okay, let's set that aside carefully. I'll clean it afterwards. And we'll just grab a little tub here to put the yarn in. Okay, so rinsing. Just dunking it up and down, making sure to rinse the zip ties as well, because they do tend to get some dye on them. And And it's usually the majority of the dye in the rinsing tub is from the zip ties, I find. You can see it's very dark already. There will be some excess in the yarn itself, of course, but the majority comes from the zip ties. And I'm squeezing out the water. We don't wring the yarn, we don't want to harm it, ruin the fibers. This is good workout for your hands. There we go. And another one. Very lovely color. I think I'm going to make myself some sort of top, t-shirt, something with this. It's kind of a cool color, which is feels appropriate for this heat wave. Let's see, where are you? There you are. And the last one. And like I said, there's a lot of excess dye in the water right now. So I will be rinsing the yarn some more. I'll start with once more and we'll see how much excess there really is. But yeah, looking very nice. Okay, let's continue the rinsing and I'll get back to you. Second rinse. Let's grab that one. Now there's still some dye left. There's a lot less than the first time. I'm only using water when I'm rinsing. The following times I only use soak the first time. Go, and the last one. I'm going to rinse this once more, I think. And then when I have made my project, I will grab my, when I'm going to lay it out flat to dry and block it, I will be, there we go. When I'm washing it, I will be tucking it into one of those bags, you know, the ones you use for bras and stuff. I got some bigger ones of those, so I will tuck my project into one of those bags and I will wash it in a machine, which will help with any residual leftover dyes. And that way I'm not bothered too much about rinsing it until the water is completely clean, because this is just for me. Had this been one of my commercial yarns in my web shop, I would have rinsed it until all done. So I'm gonna rinse it once more. But here it is. Glorious. Can you see that? It's a weird angle. Very lovely. So I'm gonna give it one more rinse and I'm going to hang it to dry. Hi guys, how are you doing? Have you melted yet? I have almost melted. I'm wearing as little as I possibly can while still being somewhat decent at least. But it's hot. It's hot. But the good thing about hot weather is that your yarn dyeing project dries really, really fast. I almost said dies really fast, but I guess I do that too. And here is what we made this week. That is not a bad result. I really like that. Now we did get some lighter spots that are somewhat white still, or maybe I would say they're tainted just, oh, tickles my nose, just a slight smidge of blue. So it is not, I mean, it still works. It still works. What do you think? I think this will make an absolutely fabulous summer t-shirt, or well, just t-shirt in general. In the winter I could just layer it. And I love how the color came out. The two blues and the greener color. Feels very fresh, feels very, I almost said minty and I don't know, lemony maybe? Something like that. I really like it anyway, so quite happy with this result. I'm definitely going to try ice dyeing 4 skeins at a time again in the future. Because you obviously can, but I guess what you do need to keep in mind, I think this is what, that some of the skeins will be a little bit lighter and some a little bit darker, and you can just, you know, alternate them or just play around with it however you like when you're making something with this yarn. But yeah, quite happy with this. All right, I gotta get the fan going again. I had to turn it off to record this video, and it's been like, I don't know, 4 seconds, and I'm melting. Can you tell I'm getting lower? That's my feet melting. Okay, just kidding. Anyway, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe, all of that. I have a lot of viewers that are not subscribed yet, so would love to have you on board. And yeah, that's it for this week, and I'll see you next week with something a little bit different. Bye.